So cool. In this episode, so we're talking about riding the wave of production. Again, this is a sales conversation, I suppose. Who are we speaking to here? Is it frontline techs? Is it CSRs, business owners?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of what we want to change the paradigm around on this one is for the frontline sales professionals and the technicians
Okay,
who are, out there. They do the work, they either line up the job or they do it and then they just kind of forget about it. And
sure.
there's a lot of uncaptured momentum and uncaptured potential, right?
Yeah,
They do all the work to get to here and then they just stop when they could have kept going and built it and made their lives easier on the next one and the next one and the next one. They just kept going rather than say, okay, well, it's done. See you later. I'm done.
so a bit of a shout out as well, I suppose. This specific topic was one of the reasons I reached out to you guys because one of our clients in Sydney, Ryan, had an issue. He reached out to us and he said, "Listen, I want to find a way to help my technicians or the guys that are out on the job sell more, or but not even perhaps sell more, but certainly like offer more or provide more. When they're on the job. And so." That was one of the reasons I reached out to you guys again. Is just to help some of the business owners, I suppose, understand or help the business owners equip their sales techs or the guys that are going to the site with some frameworks around things they can be asking to improve that production, improve that offering, and you know just like you said before, better offer a better service, offer more things, to let people understand I suppose what it is they actually do. Because
Well, and it's so much work and time and money goes into getting these customers in the first place, right? And it's like, do you
100%.
do you want to duplicate that over and over and over again, or do you want to do all that time and energy and work and then reap the rewards with just a little bit more work?
Sure. And here's the thing as well, guys. Consider this. Like if your clients are paying like a call out fee for you to get there, and they've got to come back and pay a same call out fee for something you should have recommended to them when you were there the first time, you're actually doing them a disservice. Like just ask the freaking right questions and you're offering a better customer experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And the customer's happier, you're happier, your lead acquisition costs go down, but so many people on the front lines of what we do just don't even think about it like that.
Sure. And in truth, the fish rots from the head down. In most cases, it's this is a training issue. And so
Mm.
I would say for you guys out there that are watching this and you're the leaders in your company, whether you're an owner, a director, or a manager or whatever, this is directed at you. Like you don't blame them, you train them, right? So the situations that we see commonly happening are when a technician goes out to a job to do a insert service, change a light bulb, fix a PowerPoint, install a switchboard or whatever. They go and do the job, they do it well, they leave, the customer's happy, great, awesome. On the flip side of that, what have they left on the table that A is a disservice to the client, especially in the space of potentially liability? Like, and if you're in a vertical which like electricians, for example, you've got an obligation to make sure that you are doing quality checks on how, like, this is people's lives you're potentially dealing with here. Perhaps a little different if you're a plumber, sure, on the level of um, from a safety perspective. But the point I'm trying to make is have a process in place where where you've got your technicians asking the right questions. And in truth, it's a simple checklist. It's not like rocket science. All you're doing is making them. I mean, you're going to have more input into this, I'm sure, Chris. But from my experience, all you need to do is have your guys go through the same checklist on every job, and that is enough typically to uncover more problems, have them at least offer more solutions to potential problems that they might be having or they might have. And at the same time, it's also expanding the client's understanding and knowledge of your offering and what it is you can actually do, because they called you out there for a hot water heater, not knowing that you can also change their tap washers or whatever it might be. Okay.
I love your emphasis on checklists.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about other professions, checklists are like one of the most important things. If you're a doctor and you're going into surgery, there's a big old checklist. that
Right.
the doctor and the assistant doctor and the nurse and the anesthetic person and all, like they go through the checklist, right? Or if you're flying a plane and you're going to take off, there's a checklist. Does
Sure.
this work? Does that work? Does this work? Right? So it should be the same thing in your organization. If you're a sales leader or an owner, like you need to create what are the things I want to make sure my frontline people are doing and give it to them, because humans will follow checklists if they have them.
Sure.
Really love what you said. Don't blame them, train them, right? Like if we're not giving them checklists, we can't expect them to be doing that. It's one
Exactly
of the
right.
simplest things you can implement right away. Whatever services you offer, whatever questions you want to have them ask, right? Those, and then once the technicians and the salespeople are familiar with that checklist, right? Then it becomes second nature. Then they're going to be pushing for those other things. Oh, what else can we do? What else?